Shalom, brothers and sisters. Shalom, giving honor and praise unto the Most High, the Creator, the Maker of heaven and earth. My name is Yeshaya Yisrael, of the tribe of Dan, of the nation of Israel. My name is Yeshaya Yisrael. This particular presentation, we do not intend for it to be long. But, brothers and sisters, we want to go over and talk upon this matter. The matter of the Hebrew words that you see going across the screen. Remembering that Hebrew goes from right to left. So the words you see there is Khalaq and Khabar. All right, how's everybody doing? If you can hear and if you're in good spirits, please type in the number 4. If you can hear well and you're in good spirits, please type in the number 4. Thank you. All right. So what we're going to do is pull up the PowerPoint, brothers and sisters, and we're going to start from the beginning of this, if we will, right? Go to the slideshow from beginning. As you may see quickly, there's only 2 slides in this. Giving a due respect to my lady Sarai on a human level. Giving due respect to the brother Yirmiyahu. Giving due respect to anybody who is listening to this. I hope and pray that you are well and will continue to be well. As is the custom on this channel, I'm going to delete the camera. That is to say, stop the camera in this case. Why? Because I rather the family see the presentation and not myself. All right, so it's like a little intro. You see who the person's speaking. You subscribe to the channel, hopefully. You know it's more than Yeshaya Yisrael. And brothers and sisters, let us continue in this particular case. Shalom, giving honor to the creator of heaven and earth. This presentation is focused on the matter of partner and connection. We ask you all to get your pens, pads, and take notes. 2, we ask you to subscribe to the channel. All right, so brothers and sisters, let us continue in said vein. Here we see we're going to look at this, brothers and sisters, with the laser pointer, right? And you have here the word kalak and chabar. Now, remembering Hebrew goes from right to left. So let's look at this, brothers and sisters, right? And what we're going to see with the highlighter, if we will, in yellow, is being the word kalak, right? And what we're going to show, brothers and sisters, with the highlighter, but in green, or blue-green or so, or light blue, should I say, is the word kabar. So you have kalak and kabar. Now, we're going to start on the left-hand side of this, brothers and sisters, and go over the situation and what we're talking about. The word kabar means to unite, also means to be joined. Now, what is wrong with that particular case? If you are united in something, is it not a partnership? So if a woman says to a man, this is my partner, or if he says to a woman, this is my partner, is that incorrect? Partly reason why I'm going over this, sometimes Israelites, no disrespect intended, may get a little bit religious and not even relationship wise. You find people saying the creator was about a relationship and not about a matter of a religious matter. Your relation, she'era in Hebrew, with the Most High is incumbent to a great extent upon your deeds. The Most High has already given one life, brothers and sisters. And if we know what our ancestors went through, things that we could not even fathom, and if they survived through it, then we definitely have no excuse. So, brothers and sisters, knowing, say, an order of things, the Most High caused a Tardema or deep sleep to fall upon Adam. It took from his Zale, his side, commonly translated as rib. And from that, he made an Isha. And the Isha, the wife, the woman, was brought to the man. So, in understanding, the father-in-law brought his daughter to his son-in-law. So when we read, brothers and sisters, about give your daughter to a man of understanding, Adam was to be that man of understanding. And if a man and a woman are in a what? A joined matter. If they are united, then how can we say that they are not partners? My lady Sarai made a post. And in the post, she said, to my partner, not in crime, but in elevation. Elevate in Hebrew is the word he'ela, which is the he-filled verb of the Hebrew word Allah, which means to ascend. Some people may not understand partner in elevation, and that is that particular person's problem. In the scriptures, brothers and sisters, and Proverbs, it says, forsake the foolish and go in the way of understanding. Forsake the thoughtless and go in the way of understanding. Speak not in the ears of the fool, for he will despise your words. So again, we ask, if a man and a woman are joined, if they are united, if they are under the aspect in the Hebrew word of Khabar, can we say that they are not partners? Oh, that's not your partner if you're already consummated, that makes it the wife. See, because people are trying to be quote unquote too deep, you forget where even men and women talk about it's the little things that count. You understand? Let's look at the Hebrew here, and we're going to go over what we're talking about before we close out. With the laser pointer, we're dealing with the Hebrew on the left-hand side. Kal ele kabru. All these came as allies. Do you know what an ally is? It's a friend, the opposite of a foe. You know what a foe is? An enemy, the opposite of a friend. Do you know how to say friend in Hebrew? It's the same root word that you see there highlighted in the blue, Khaber, where you get in part the word Kebron or Hebron, which means friendship. You know why a lot of relationships fail? Because the men and women in it are not friends. There's no friendship. There's no what? Unity. There's nothing joined. Trying to be, quote, too deep, you forget the commonality and the simplicity of a matter. You understand? And it goes on to say, looking at it from the left-hand side, why Haber? You get that in the book of Exodus chapter 36. The word wahaber means, and he joined together. This is talking about the curtains regarding the tabernacle. If the curtains are not evenly yoked, that's a problem. You have to sit there and have it to be aligned one with another. And as I pointed out earlier, giving much due respect to an elder who I now take as a new moray in my life, Chief Elkanah ben Yehuda. He says something that resonated with me. When you're dealing with your lady, deal with ear, patience, and understanding. Your ear, be her ears. Your ozen, patience, your sablanut, and your bina, your understanding. We remember the song by Escape. All I need from you is understanding. I can't sing, and I'm not trying to make mockery, but just being a little silly. But it's a deep thought. How can we communicate if you don't hear what I say? That's part of the chorus of that song. How can we communicate if you don't hear what I say? So when you see an elder telling you, be her ears, have patience, and give her understanding, and be understanding, and taking it back to the R&B song, say from when I was a teenager with Escape, all I need from you is understanding, and then the other person comes on by saying, how can we communicate if you don't understand what I say? Communication is important. But brothers and sisters, when you miss the simplicity of a matter, trying to be too deep and trying to tell a man and a woman inside of a union, inside of what is joined, inside of what is being built upon, oh, y'all not really partners. If you already went there, first off, that's really nobody's business. Secondly, brothers and sisters, people could be miserable, you know. They don't want to see a man and a woman happy. They have taken the place, and I hate to have to be racial, they have taken the place of the white overseer. Separate those N words. Make sure they're not happy. Make sure you tell her bad things about him. Make sure you tell him bad things about her. If a man is saying that he's the one who messed up in a relationship, it is not the role of women to say, you know, really some women are really, if he's telling you that he was the problem, he's confessing it. And vice versa. Same thing goes to the brothers. Stop hollering at sisters, yo, if that dude mess up, I'm here. That should not covet. That's not the ways of the children of Israel. That's not the ways of the Most High. You understand? No, the children of Israel are not the Most High, but brothers and sisters, what we're talking about and what we're getting into is character matter. You never tell a man to leave his lady. You never tell a lady to leave her man. Because if they get together and they're a unit again, where are you? Don't think that you're being told everything when somebody decides to vent to you about his or her mate. You're not being told everything. You're being told a part of one side of the story. And if you do get both people, you're being told two parts of a story because there's three sides to the story: his, hers, and the truth, because they can both be lying. So now, at the end of this part here, Khabar Ani, I am a companion. That's in Psalms 119. I am a companion. You keeping a company and being a companion. What's wrong with that? When it comes time to when one can be used in a relationship and needed for an ear, for someone to vent to, be that person. As pointed out before, you may not have to. I got to go through your phone. I got to sit there and see who all your friends are. I got to sit there and contact all of them. I told my little princess, be his ears. He going to talk to you. He going to tell you what it is. Because then he already sees that your heart is congealed or united or joined with one and is going to sit there and pour out. You understand? In that particular case and in that particular matter. So never tell a man or a woman when they're expressing their feelings that they're not each other's partner or each other's companion, regardless of the situation. Because in many cases, when somebody's looking to break up, they ain't even going to talk to nobody about it. He or she is going to make up his or her own mind. Let's look at the word on the other side, brothers and sisters. The word halak, and you see that highlighted there in the yellow, right? The word kalak means to share. The word badal more so means to divide, because sometimes people say kalak means smooth, also meaning to divide, but the word badal more so means to divide. The word kelek means territory or share. The name of the prophet Jeremiah's father is Hilkiah, said as Tilquiyah, which means what? My portion is Yah. Yah is my portion. Yah is my territory. My territory is Yah. So if you are not having a matter of kalak, meaning to share, like this is the share of what one has. If you're not in a matter of kabar, and the root word of that being also kabir, meaning friend, then what are you doing? Don't waste one another's time. Find your commonalities. Be one's ozen, one's sablanut, and one's bina. One's ear, one's understanding, and one's patience. Bina meaning understanding. Brothers and sisters, this is not intended to be a long presentation. And in closing out this particular matter, if we will, I would like to take the time out, if we can, right, with the time allotted. Let me know, family, if I can be heard by pressing the number 4, please. If I can be heard, and if you're in good spirits, please type in the number 4. So we're going to exit this part out, right? And shut this part down, and we're going to turn on the camera, which is something this is not very common, but we want to do it this time. I'm going to advertise, brothers and sisters, the books that a brother has been talking about. Egypt Talking Writing, the shortened version. Deuteronomy 28, 15 to 68, History Untold to the Masses, the shortened version. From Avaris to Alabama, the shortened version of the book, From Assyria to America. These 3 books, pen named with the author of my Hebrew name, Yeshaya Yisrael, you can get on Amazon. If you got Amazon Prime, you get all 3 of these for less than $40. I ask you all to subscribe to the channel and to support the books. Don't think, not to be funny or nothing, women got power. Look at this, family. This is me and my lady at Beer Mountain in New York. Hebrew for Couples, Volume 1. This is also a picture of us. Hebrew for Couples, Volume 2, which I think is a very good book, if I must say. And Hebrew for Couples, Volume 3, brothers and sisters, which I'm wearing the same garment in this as I'm wearing currently right now, which was brought for me by my lady. Don't listen, brothers, to the lonely men community, the spiritual, if not physical, down low community that says giving your woman respect makes you a simp or makes you henpecked. Because he's not going to be there and probably wouldn't be there and probably shouldn't be there when you as a man off camera need to console and maybe break down in front of your lady. That Ak is not going to be there. And if he is, I don't know what to say. Instead of place of an Isha. David and Jonathan cried with each other, but David and Jonathan each had their own wife, and there was no homo in their union. Brothers and sisters, I want to talk about, if we will, this book right here, Chronicles of a Black Woman's Soul, In and Out of Time. This is a book that my lady wrote, and it was published back in 2021. Excuse me. It's a book of poems. I'm going to read the table of contents and take the liberty for such. Demoralized, Black Man, Redemption Song, Demonstrative, Little Kevin, Don't Touch Me There, Negro Woman, Mother's Love, Cornbread Fed, Color of Revolution, Black Beauty, This Time Around, Misery, Feeling for You, Feeling for Me. This is a book, brothers and sisters, that you can get online. All right? This is a book written by my lady of poetry for those who are interested. If you are interested in history, you can get this book here, Egypt Talking Writing, brothers and sisters, as pointed out. If you're interested specifically in Israelite history, you can get this book here, Deuteronomy 28, 15 to 68, while I explain that this portion of Deuteronomy 28 talks about us. And if you want from ancient to modern history, this book here, From Avaris to Alabama, because you do know the last ship went to Alabama, for those who do know that particular matter. And the book covers that. So you can get these 3 books on Amazon for, if you got Amazon Prime, for less than $40. Those who want the books directly from us, you can contact us at 908-587-4841 or 718-336-5345. 364-8125. Or her number, 917-463-8149. So those are the numbers. You all right? 908-587-4841 or 917, pardon me, 908-587-4841 or 917-463-8149. That's going to be within the description in this particular case. All right? Much due respect to the people who have been supporting the channel. To my lady Sarai, thank you for your help. To Yirmiyahu, to Elizabeth Victoria, to CP, Son of Wisdom, to Valerie Kalmi, sorry if I mispronounced the name, and to Mora Batsheba. Thank you all for your help and your support. We again have history books, poetry books, and linguistic books. So if you ain't into history, okay, you can get poetry. And if you're not into poetry or history, you can get linguistics. And if you're not into history, poetry, or linguistics, somebody you know probably is. So support your brothers and sisters. We ask you all to do so. Subscribe to the channel. Most High bless. Shalom. Oh, stay tuned. We're going live again. This next presentation within the next 10 minutes is not going to be long, but it's called From Jerusalem to the Hood, Part 4. From Jerusalem to the Hood, Part 4. We're going to start that on this channel approximately 9:45 p.m. All right? I got to do in between that time the manly duties, the brotherly duties, and go and run to the store. The Shabbat is over. I want to do that before it gets too late and the knuckleheads come out. And then we're going to come back on the line and do what we do. Most I bless. Shalom. Creator bless you all. Subscribe to the channel. We'll be back at 9:45. Shalom.